Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Got the car on the rotisserie, it's sideways right now. Doing some more welding underneath. But actually, what I've been working on is my trailer, getting it ready to go. I had to put new tires on it. Actually ended up breaking the springs on my manual. I've got an old style tire changer. And I think it's probably from the 40s or 50s. I don't know. But springs broke on it on the last one that I broke down. Last bead I broke. Both springs broke. Which I guess is what it is what it is, but at least I got the tires changed. Had to go into Heritage Motors, and they helped me get them set on the beads. Very thankful for them. Heritage Motors in Ackley. He helped me because I was having problems getting them to beat up. But those tires are on the trailer. And I worked on the lights. I put new lights on it, but hit them with this plow truck. Last winter, I really parked it in a bad spot, and it ended up taking the plow truck. I hit one of the lights with it, brand new, never even seen the road. So I put a new light on it, got all lights working, and got the winch mounted on there again. I have a hitch that I put on, that I welded onto my trailer, and I can just slide the winch on and off. I'd show you, but it's kind of dark outside. And then I just use like a hitch pin to hold it in place. That way it doesn't sit out in the weather. But last time I used it was to take my Super B in, and that was earlier this year, and I forgot to take it off. It sat there, but I got it working. And the reason why I've been working on that is we are taking off early in the morning, and as you can see, it is dark outside. Well, I guess you can't see that. But it is. Just trust me. It's dark outside. There you go. There's a window behind me there. It's dark outside. So we're taking off early in the morning and we're going to Illinois, and we're looking at a 57 Chevy. Sometimes you got to kind of take advantage of opportunities and deals when you see them. This car is pretty clean. It's taken apart. Okay, the backstory on the car is an old guy owned it, and he was the original owner of it. He got to the point where he couldn't drive very well anymore, so he parked it in his barn. And from there, the guy got into worse shape and ended up in a nursing home, and the car just sat there in the barn until, unfortunately, the guy passed away. And then the guy that currently owns it, he bought it. The guy that currently owns it, he bought it from this guy's kids or whatever state, I guess maybe you'd call it, and they couldn't find the title. Well, it took him a while to get the title, which I know how that goes because I have been trying to get a title, and when somebody passes away, I don't understand why it makes it so much tougher to get a title. But anyway, they couldn't find the title, so they were trying to get a new one, a duplicate or whatever. Well, in the meantime, this guy ended up buying a 409 Impala and I think a 66 Chevelle that he started restoring, fixing up. And he had already taken the 57 apart a little bit and started, working on it or whatnot. So the whole front clip is off of it. The seats are out of it. And I saw it for sale, and I've been driving by it. And the whole time I keep driving by it, I keep thinking it's a 55 Chevy, just because of the way the markings are on the car. But in fact, it is 57. I pulled over and looked at it, and right away I noticed, ooh, them wings are way too big for 55. But it's a 150. It's a coupe or sedan, whatever you want to call it, post car. 57 Chevy 150. So it's got the same body lines or trim molding as like a 55 Chevy does, which is cool. And it's blue and white, the beautiful blue. So my plan is, so the car's only got 32,000 original miles. It's a 6-cylinder car. Somebody did put a split manifold on it, so it does have dual exhaust, which is kind of cool. The car has not run in many, many, many years. There isn't hardly any rust on this car. A little bit on the rocker panels, and the floor had some rust in it, but he put floor pans in it, and he says the frame's got some rust, but I think I can come up with a frame pretty easy for a 57 Chevy. So that being said, we're going to go down there and we're going to try to make a deal with this guy and come home with his car. And I'm not really sure if wait till after the cornet's done or if we're going to take and start on this and work on them both simultaneously. But my plan is this car, it's not popular with my wife. She really wants me to keep this car, but my plan is that I'm going to fix it, paint it, get it running. Not sure if I'm going to V8 it yet, if I'm going to leave it as a 6-cylinder. It's a 3 on the tree car. I guess my thoughts on it is I'm going to fix it and advertise it for sale. I do have a 350. I have a 700 R4. Somebody wants me to go through that stuff and put all that in, then maybe we can do that. Also, I'm not sure how I'm going to do this yet, but I'm excited. I've always liked the Tri-5 Chevys, though I'm more of a Mopar guy. I do like the Tri-5 Chevys. I really can't say that I'm just a Mopar guy. I like all the cars from pretty much 50s, 60s, early 70s is where I'm at on cars. Some are better than others, but I like Ford Torinos. If I would love to have a Talladega Torino, that'd be awesome. GTOs, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm just not a Mopar guy. I just happen to have a lot of Mopars. I got into Mopars pretty young, and I've kind of stuck with it. But my first car was a Ford Galaxy, and then I had a Chevelle and had a few Chevelles. I had a 72 Chevelle and a 76 Chevelle. Had 72 Torino. Had a it's not that all I've done is Mopars, but so that being said, we're going to go down there and we're going to look this car over, and I can't wait to show you guys this car. So yeah, let's get going with this. All right, I got this new microphone, so let's hope that this will keep the wind noise down a little bit, or maybe some of the background noise. If there is some wind noise, it's kind of windy out here this morning, so I'm sorry. But here is the 57 Chevy that we ended up purchasing. Does have a little bit of rust right down here, a little bit right there on the frame that I could see. I think there was some up here that I saw also, some rust right there. Not too worried about that piece. Thought it had a broken window, but maybe it don't. Quarter panels, somebody had done some repairs on them at some point. It is a 250 post car, or no, I'm sorry, a 150 post car. The doors open and close really nice on it. The dash is complete. It actually, for a 150, actually does have the radio and clock. Front fenders are in here. Some bumper stuff. Also some trim. I'm going to be pulling all this stuff out and kind of inventorying what I all have and what I don't. The door cards are underneath my coat back there with some trim. There we go. Here is the trunk area. That rocker panel does have a little bit of rust there. This frame also has the same area of rust right there. But really, that is all the rust I'm seeing on the frame. This is the original engine in it. It is original 6-cylinder car, 3-speed on the column. I really thought this car was a 55 because of this trim. And then when I stopped to look at it, I'm like, well, wait a minute. It's got these fins on it. But I really didn't notice that on the road going by. The floor is rusted, but there is new supports and panels that came with it. More fender stuff, more parts. Keys are even in it. I don't know if those are the right keys or not. I guess we'll figure that out. Let's the trunk is just full of parts. These are all the floor patch panels and more patch panels up there. Like I said, I got to take this all out and just kind of inventory all this, which is what I'm going to be doing today, and getting things put away. This is where the car is going to be resting until I get ready to get it opened up. But here are the front seats out of the car. They're not too bad. Looks to me like an animal got in there or something, just kind of clawed them up a little bit. The hood, there's the hood off the car. I got 2 sets of inner fenders with the cars. So that's nice. A lot of the parts have been doubled up on it. But like I said, I just got to take and figure out what I all have. The seat is complete. It's got the side trims down there and everything. Not really a big fan of that color, but that's kind of a standard color. I think a lot of them were. This is considered to be a gray and black interior, I guess. That's all going off the trim, which kind of not knowing much about 55 or 50, the Tri-5 Chevys at all, but 57 Chevys, I'm kind of learning how to decode one of these things, and kind of broke that down off the trim tag. And it is a 2-tone turquoise ivory colored car. That is the original paint on the car. That's the original paint on the hood. The front fenders obviously are in primer. I think they're off of a whole different car, but we'll have to see what kind of shape they're in and get all this stuff inventory and get the car down off the trailer. All right, well, let's start off in this trunk and see what we all have here. Well, these pieces look like they're all floor structure pieces. Okay, so that's a door panel or door armrest, license plate. I'm not even sure what them are. This looks like a license plate holder. Some screws and a tail light. Got some fine cracks and a little crack there on the corner. Let's get these out of here. All right. Be honest with you, I have no clue what these are. Absolutely no clue. I'm guessing they're for a heater. They have like flippers in there. All right. Okay. All right. So here we got these pieces. I don't even know how they go on. But anyway, these are kind of rusty. Probably the original off the car. What do we got in here? It says on the box, use 57 chrome. Ooh, look at that. Oh, wow. Oh, whew. All right. So we have, well, I just think I'm going to get you in here and let you look at this in this box here. This is all used chrome, but these are the deals that go on the hood. I believe, out of the way. So those go on the hood. These go on the hood. And here's more of these trunk deals, or these taillight deals. That's kind of cool. Not really sure why they're different, but they are. All right, here's some more chrome. Okay, so we have more of these for the hood. It goes on the hood. These are definitely driver quality. I would not put them on. See if I can clean them up, but windshield wipers. Okay, so this is probably the original chrome off the car. What do we got here? Okay, so this is all your window regulators or window cranks, I guess. These go behind the window cranks. It looks like a bunch of screws from that. Just miscellaneous parts in here. That's kind of cool. Okay, so this, I guess this is off the trunk somehow. Which this all looks like brand new trunk pan. So, not really sure how that's supposed to go together, but I guess I'm going to be figuring that out too. Okay. This looks like a floor and some rusted out braces. There are patch panels. Brand new floor patch panel. This says replacement part 57, 55, 57 floor pan. Made in the USA. This is good stuff. Well, look at this. Huh. Well, isn't that cute? That's a phone. There you go. That's kind of cool. Definitely not part of the car, but that's cool. All right, this is the chrome piece that goes on the front of the hood. Okay. Okay. These are blower motor covers, I believe, but they don't look like they're in much shape. Gas tank. Not sure if I will use that or not. I'll have to look that one over. Rubber trim. Not sure where that goes. Yeah, got a couple dead mice. A hanger. These are great for brazing. Probably end up using that on something. Miscellaneous bolts. Huh. Die grinder. And die grinder tools. That's definitely a pocket find. Oh! Look at what I just scored there. Vice grips. Perfect. Vice grips will work. Get rid of the little Mises. There we go. All right, let's look at this truck. Wow. That trunk is really, really, really nice. Heck yeah. It has been patched. You can see right here where it's been welded and ground on. No? Well, yeah, it looks like it here. Wow. And I believe, yep, that is where put the gas in. That's kind of cool. Well, we should probably go to the door or go inside. Let's see what we got here. Something. Okay. Well, again, more pieces that I don't know what the heck they are. But I'll have to figure that one out. Trying to do this one out. Okay. So there is one front fender. Man, that looks in really good shape. That is the driver's side. This, I believe, is a rear bumper. It is. It definitely. Well, this is what the inside of the car looks like after we got the back seat out and everything. Does have these patch panels that we're going to have to end up replacing on. There's some stuff in there. I'm getting ready to put it in the shed for a little while anyway. Doors on it shut really nice. Here. Like this here. So all this needs to be welded back up, or welded up, I guess it's never. But it had like 4 braces and everything, which we're going to do more of the inventory. We just took that inside. Took all the parts and pieces anyway inside. Get ready to. Oh. Yeah, it might be in gear. No, it's not in gear. I did get the engine to turn over. We'll have to work on that. I don't think it's in gear though. It might be, but I don't think it is. 3-speed on the column. I'd have to mess with a little bit. I don't think it's in gear. But I had it turning over. I don't know why it won't turn over right now. Now, let's get it. I'm going to get it unloaded. It's probably going to get a V8 anyway. I can't imagine just having. Oh, I also got a 833 dual pattern transmission. Got mount there, mount there. That's out of. He said it was out of a Roadrunner. But I'm pretty sure with that mount being on the back, that's an A body mount. B body would be further up, but either way, it's still a dual pattern transmission. He's going to go park that right where I don't need it. All right, well, let me get this backed in there. Well, there's a bunch of trim parts that were inside the car. I think that's the front piece that goes on the front of the car. Bumper parts. No clue where any of that goes. I'm thinking that those are some type of vents. Maybe those go to the front and hook into the vents. I don't know. I'm going to figure that out. More bumper parts, floor parts, and bracing. Miscellaneous parts, already kind of went through those there. More floor parts that were inside the car, brand new, never been installed, still have the sticker on them, made in USA parts, which is cool. Brand new blower motor, and I'm not sure what those, maybe those are for the radiator support actually. I don't know, I'm going to have to figure all this out. Rear bumper. I took the interior pieces in to get them looked at, and there's more bumper parts. I'm going to box all this up tomorrow. It's just gotten late on me. I got everything cleaned out of the car. The car's put away. Assess the car. So looking at these two pieces here, I believe they are sort of the same piece. I'm not really sure why one's got a piece that comes off. I know that this goes above the headlight area, and it's a fresh air comes in and then goes in and hooks into the under the dash or on the cowl there. And then they have a little deal up here. If you look inside, flaps open and closed. I don't know if you can see that very well, but this flaps open and closed. There'll be a cable that runs here to control it and brings air in from the outside. So I'm not sure if this was supposed to go to the air cleaner. You could ram air into the air cleaner. I'm not really sure how that all worked, or if heat came in from the engine or the under compartment. Now this side here does not have that, but it does have, the valve, I'm not sure what you call that, but seal it off there. This one has got a piece that comes down here, and I have that piece. I remember seeing it. It had come loose. It just unbolts from the bottom there. So I'm not really sure if one of these is off of like a V8 and one's off a 6-cylinder, or that is kind of how those will go together. Really need to kind of go through this stuff here and see what we all have here. So this is right rear wheel extension. Made in USA EMI. Really heavy duty parts. This piece here is not marked. Well, I shouldn't say it's not marked. It just says on the back here, two pieces, 3555511. But it looks exactly like that piece, only opposite. So I am guessing that that's going to be a left rear. The heck was that called again? Left rear extension is what I'm going to call that. Right, left rear wheel extension. Okay, this here looks like a floor brace. It does have a number on it, B73526. I believe is what that is, B73526. See if we can find something that matches that may have a number on it. Well, this also looks like a floor brace. It says 2955214. Not sure where that goes either. Let's keep digging. Okay. This is another floor brace that is missing the tag completely. Okay, this one matches that other one, and this is a B735270. And it looks like it is totally the opposite. So I would say one goes on one side and the other one goes on the other side. Okay. This one does have a number on it. '57 FLR BRC. So I'm guessing 57 floor brace, but it doesn't say where or what. But this is also made in the USA. And there's part numbers. That looks like the same piece as that, probably the other side, I would say. Okay, what do we got here? This says Chevy 55 through 57 floor brace. Part number EMI 345512, made in the USA, EMI. And there's so many numbers on here, I'm not even sure which numbers are which. What do we got here? Okay, that looks like an original floor brace of some sort that was taken off a car. Maybe? I don't know. Okay, what do we got here? Another funky looking piece of floor brace. No part number on it. Okay, so I think I'm going to try to keep all these floor braces and pieces all in the same. This here doesn't really say what it is either. It says replacement parts. Gives you a part number. Made in the USA. But I can look at this and say, okay, this is a floor piece. I'm believing this is a driver's side door piece or floor piece, which is totally missing out of the car. Somebody cut that completely out of the car. Not this particular piece. This is a brand new one, but they cut the piece out of the car where this goes. Okay, here is another floor piece. Nope, it is marked. I'm sorry. Didn't think it was marked. This one says replacement part 55 through 57 floor pan, and with a number of EM11 or no, yeah, EMI 125522. Also made in the United States. So at least we know that these are good metal and not the cheap metal that they are using in China. All right, here is another floor piece. Do not know what that's for, but that was also set in the car. All right, well, here is the 57 sitting in its final resting spot. Fenders and hood there. It is no longer for sale. Not yet, anyway. But while I'm here, now, I tried doing this before I bought it, and while I was sitting on the trailer, for some reason I couldn't get this done. But she definitely turns over. That's got to be one full turn. Anyway, well, let's just do this. Right here, you're balancing where it's balanced. You can feel compression. There's one complete turn. There, that's two complete turns. So this engine, theoretically, will run. But that being said, I've got a real healthy 355 that's just begging to go into something. I also have come up with Camaro 74 or 75, not sure which year it is, that I can just go get it and I can have the rear end out of it. It also had the subframe out of it, which really isn't going to do me any good. And there's really nothing left of the Camaro. But I don't know. I think it's only a 10 bolts. Probably a one-wheel wonder, so I'm not really sure I want to do that either. I'm going to hot rod it. I should probably hot rod it. Fully hot rod it. Not just, partially hot rod it. A 355 would make it the drivability a lot better. I have a 700 R4 that would help with gearing. The Camaro had 273 gears and a 200 R4. She'd actually be turning pretty low RPMs going down the highway. Maybe that isn't so bad. I don't know. I don't even know what rear end is in it. I know it's a 74 or 75 Camaro. I can have the thing. I just got to go get it. There's not much left of it. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are. Which way I should go. I don't know why this window cleaner's sitting here, but get rid of it. Oh, I know why, because my wife was trying to clean up the window, which she ended up putting adhesive on. It was my fault. I said, here, I think this is window cleaner, and I handed it to her, and it was adhesive. She never looked at it. I didn't look at it. So. Anyway, yeah, give me your thoughts on this car. Which way do you think I should go? Should I get this thing running and just leave it with the 6-cylinder in it and a 3-speed on the column? The interior is already in getting recovered on it. And that is definitely not going to be factory. We're going to go with a 2-tone tuck and roll interior on it, which is kind of old school. I do have a star shifter I could bring up through the floor for the shifter. Pretty sure that that will do 3 and 4-speed transmissions. Had a 69 Roadrunner years ago that had that in there. For some reason I kept it. Don't ask me why. Should have kept the Roadrunner. But, that's one of them stories. Anyway, just give me your thoughts on what you think I should do with this. I mean, the whole drive line is pretty complete. Like I said, it turns over. I could get it running probably for a little bit of nothing. These weren't the best, these older rings and stuff, they weren't the best. They weren't like the rings you would have today. But it's kind of cool that it has the original engine in it too. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on what to do with it. But if I'm going to put a V8 in it, then I'm going to make it drivable and make it a nice driver. So anyway, yeah. Just give me your thoughts on what you think I should do with it. And I think that's going to be it for today. So you all have a good day.